Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. Thanks. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Christy Love, and this is the Love Language Podcast. I should got some lip tap whenever I take my little pause for my sip of water, which I do not have. Then we'll get it going at that point because I'm not getting back up because I have been waiting for so long to talk to y'all. Like, oh my gosh. And now, okay, so the last go round I had my ring light that my mother got for me. Shout out mommy has been 10 of 10. And I have another like portable smaller one. Like, it's just so nice. It's nice to be thought of, y'all, for real. Like, I will never take that for granted. And so new ring light for the last video, using that again for this video. Looks pretty good, I would say. Like, I haven't had any complaints. I probably should have brushed my hair a little bit more, but I still look good. This time, I'm using my little microphone here. Um, check 1 2, check 1 2. I usually have my big microphone, which is still down there. I just didn't hook it up this time. I really like how these little microphones work, so I just said I was gonna roll with it for this video. Um, so yeah, I have my little microphone here and I love it so much. So we're gonna rock with that one for this video and see how we like it. And I like to be able to just go back and forth and change, around. So we are getting into Love and Vanity part 3, y'all. This is the last part in the series. Y'all have really been rocking with me, and I'm so excited. Like, I'm gaining more subscribers, and it's been so amazing. I mean, it's slow but steady, and I think that's really awesome. And I just know it's going to continue, and I'm going to continue to just come across like new people, new genuine people who have some of the same ideas and just different ideas and just align in the way that it is divinely set out for me to be aligned. So with that, let's get into Love and Vanity Part 3 with your girl Christy Love. That is me and LUV, life unapologetically vibrant, living in vibrancy always and unapologetically, sharing you through the language of love. All right. So, um, there's always with our love language podcast episodes, we like to start with our affirmations. Our affirmations are a love language, very much so. So without further ado, I actually have my bucket hat again, y'all. It's been so long, and I think just for good speed, let's have mercy. Yes, amen, amen, amen. All right, I'm gonna pick three. They're all still folded here. My three affirmations. Okay. So I miss these, y'all. Like, These have been in my car. Well, they were in my car for the longest, and then I brought them inside, and I just sat them down somewhere, and that is so unfair. So our first affirmation is, I am abundance. I am abundance. I am abundance. Yes. Yes, we are. I am abundant. Oh, I miss these. How nice is this? Second affirmation. Because we do our threes. Oh, okay. So yeah. Y'all, this is thumb war. So thumb war, I owe somebody a thumb war. Hold this. Hold this in mind. I'm gonna try to remember this. If you see me on the street, just say thumb war. Like for real. Catch me outside. Thumb war. Right? Okay. And let me see. Hold on. Let me check something out here. Let me check something out here. Okay, bet. I think I got something. Okay, so our second one, thumb war. Don't let me forget y'all for real. I have power. I have power. I have power. Do we remember our first one? I am abundance. I am abundance. I have power. Let's get our last one here, guys. I deflect negativity, like for real. I deflect negativity. No square. I deflect negativity. I am abundance and I have power. Those are mm, scrumptious affirmations. Um, to beautifully lead us into Love and Vanity Part 3. Love and Vanity Part 3. I've been so excited because I've kind of been like, all right, I really drew this out, but two, like, this is maybe the meat of it all. It has been Love and Vanity Part 3 is the past 4 or 5 years, I guess, maybe give or take a little bit. So Love and Vanity Part 2, um we picked up with middle school days. Y'all know I got my handy dandy notebook to keep your girl on track because my mind be all over the place. Be like Waffle House hash browns, scattered and splattered, smothered and covered, honey. I'll be having to try to keep up. Hold on. Let's say by the end of the summer, by the end of the summer, by the end of the summer, mind your business now. So, picked up in middle school days with Love and Vanity Part 2. Went through that. That was a great time and everything. I still forgot my notebook and my old sketchbooks, and I've been back home to my mom's house a couple of times at this point. Don't at me. Maybe I'll try to like make a little short or something. It's really not that serious, but I did want y'all to just kind of see how little Christy Love started writing poetry and sketching like how uniforms were gonna look when they changed the dress code and all that good stuff. We covered sexuality in college and high school and just flowing through that. And that has really just continued through the years. Reflecting on those really foundational moments was fun. And it's fun to even just look back even at Love and Vanity Part 2. I really enjoy this so much. And y'all, along with the microphone, I also got a new internet company that I'll be able to actually take my internet source around with me as I travel. It's not like a portable thing, but I like if you can plug it in, you can take it with you. And it's really nice. So I look forward to playing around with that a little bit more and really seeing how well that works for me, and then uploading this video. Like, if it doesn't take me a week, y'all, God bless, we are on a roll. Like, baby steps, one day at a time. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed because things are working. Like, even when you don't think they are, just keep taking it day by day. So, new technology things, just growth all around. I'm so excited. Um, so all right, then honestly, we finished up with Mississippi State, really. So Mississippi State, right after that, like I said, God bless, we bumped out like with the quickness. It was really so smooth. Um, I had an externship that I did a couple of externships, honestly, and that really set me up for my whole Texas experience. Not even gonna lie, because my first externship I did for animal and dairy science was with a relative who is a veterinarian who is super amazing. I worked with her and other doctors at a doctor owned clinic, and that was a really great experience. Like, I helped pull puppies out of a uterus, be it for after a C-section. Like, that was really rewarding. And veterinary medicine is rewarding in general. That's why I always kind of want to play some part in that, even if I'm not doing that full time. Um, So, second externship was with my veterinary medical technology degree. I went to a clinic in kind of like South Dallas. It's like 30 minutes south of Dallas. And they were really cool externship for like, they were both for like 4 weeks, which a month you might as well say. Really great experience at both locations, both clinics. Very different experiences at both clinics as well. So after Mississippi State, I moved to Dallas, Dallas Fort Worth, which was really cool. I posted a video, Dallas Days, a mini vacation, a couple of days ago, I think, just in preparation of this Love and Vanity Part 3, and just saying that I was in Dallas. Blah, you know how it is. It was kind of sad though. I really didn't want to leave. I really didn't want to leave. I really got to get me a spot out in Dallas and get some things going. Because Dallas, I really love it. I really, really enjoy it. Like, honestly, it feels like another home. I don't know if that is because that's the first place I went to after college, and I only lived there. I lived there for less than a year. I think I lived in Houston longer than I lived in Dallas, but it just holds such a special place to me. So first moved out there, didn't even have a place to stay. I don't think really. So I think I, my mom and I went out there, and we were going to pay the deposit for an apartment. And when we pulled up, we were like, this is like Slumdog Millionaire, no offense. Like, this isn't ideal, especially when I'm 8 hours away from home or anybody that I really know, at least 4 or 5 hours away from anybody that I really knew. Um, I I have family members in Dallas, around Dallas, North Dallas. Don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't ideal. So we were like, no, we're not gonna stay here. Um, and so by the grace of God, I ended up being able to stay in a little loft, kind of loft apartment that was up above the horse barn that I at the animal clinic that I worked at, which was it was a really fun experience at first. But after a little while, those lukewarm cold showers started to get the better of me, and then I think um it just wasn't sustainable. Like, I think I stayed there for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. It was almost a month. And then even after that, like, they were having more intern doctors come So I really had to end up kind of like leaving that space before I really had a solid apartment nailed down. Y'all, your girl was going through it. Talk about depressed, talk about rock bottom, because I was like, technically I was homeless. Like I didn't have a place that was mine. Like I didn't have anywhere where my things were. I still had a bunch of like clothes and stuff in the back of my car from like moving across states. Like I was, oh, like the first little bit was cool, and it was really cool, it was really good money. But that was a hard time. That was a hard time for real. Like I remember I was answering the phone. My mom was calling. I was just depressed. Like I was just drinking, drinking after work, and just crying. And I think I was having a hard time, like with the relationship I was in at the time, and it just was not ideal for me. And this is 2021. So, but after a little while, I did get an apartment, and it was really nice. And I was able to connect with the family that I had up there. We would go out, and I got to experience Dallas. Like, I say to this day, there's an area in Dallas called Deep Ellum, and there's like just a strip of bars, and there's a really, really cool LGBTQ scene in Dallas, like a whole block, which I really missed when I went to Houston, because I really just didn't know where everything was. I didn't really have anybody who was kind of like in that scene in Houston. So, yeah, that was Dallas. That was probably the most that I was just like outside. This was a little bit after COVID. So, people were starting to go back outside and things like that, and just really learning how to live again. And so I guess that was really instrumental and metaphorical for myself. I was really learning how to be out on my own. Like I'm in Texas, my family for the most part is in Mississippi, my mom and my grandparents. Um, and then at the same time too, like my granddad was going through some things. This was when like he had this incident where he fell off um his tractor or mower, and it was just a whole thing. And so this job wasn't as flexible as my second job in Texas and Houston. With me being able to go back and forth and check on my granddad, and my granddad was always like my father figure in life for the most part. So that was something that was really stressful as well, like just not being able to be there and be involved, as involved as I wanted to be. Um, so yes, Dallas was really, really super bittersweet, I would say. Because I did get to just explore and find myself and come into myself even more, but also like I was missing out, really realizing that I was missing out on family time and just being able to connect with my family. So, and to piggyback on that, I really realized in Dallas, like amongst my breakdowns and such from when I didn't have a place to stay, it really clicked that, okay, the career path that I have chosen is likely not one that is going to be something that I retire in, which was a hard hitter for me personally, because this is what I went to school for. Animal medicine, veterinary medicine. My goal was to be number one a veterinary in the beginning. And then I watered it down to, okay, I'm going to be a veterinary technician for a little while, learn the industry, learn the nuances of the industry, and then I'll be a veterinarian. And then go from there. And then after I get into the field, as you can imagine how heartbreaking it is, you realize, like, okay, well, maybe this isn't entirely for me in general, which sucks. It really, really sucks. I love animals, and I still love animals. I will always love animals. I will always want to work with animals. Like I said, I want a chicken coop. I want cows. I want horses. I want goats. Just as like my little furry friends. um, so yeah, it really just hit hard. Like I would have to remind myself that I didn't waste time in school. I didn't waste my resources, my mother's resources. Um, it was it was a lot, but I was still hopeful. I was still hopeful, and I learned a lot and got to really do a lot in Dallas Fort Worth in that clinic that I worked at that point in time. And I met some really cool people. And then I got a job offer about 7, 8, 9 months into it. Um, from a doctor that I had worked with at my first externship, who was also a relative of mine. Shout out Doc, one of the coolest and smartest veterinarians by far. Melanated veterinarian. I love to see it so much, and it was such an honor and a privilege to work with her. Um, But I knew, even like, that's how I knew that I would not be able to retire and have a full-time career in medicine when I was able to work with her and I was still unhappy with myself and where I was. I was happy doing what I did as far as helping animals and helping to heal animals and learning from the doctor that I was working with. Like I said, she's so smart and just resourceful and experienced. Like so many years of experience. Like, man, and so that's how I really knew that, okay, this, I can't fake the funk. Like, I really just can't sit here and act like I'm happy coming here. Even like, I think I started a part-time schedule before I decided to just quit and try to balance like the other things that I came into, like Christy Love and Melange and now Legacy. Like, I had to take time to really reevaluate, you know, what I wanted out of life and, kind of what I wanted my trajectory in life to look like. And very much so was led by my dreams and just the energy that I would experience. Like, I had so many dreams of just being here in this house, in my grandparents' house, being home, talking to my mom, connecting with my grandfather, even after he passed, my aunt Steen, my grandmother's sister who passed as well in the same year. Like, I had two very hard losses in the same year, which some people know and understand, but some people don't. Like, those really hit me so hard. My aunt Steen is always my best friend growing up. And I still, whenever I see her in my dreams now, she is still my best friend. We just cut up and have a good time. My granddad, like I said, my father figure for the most part, for the most of my life. And still, like, I know I always feel protected and safe, especially here at the family house, because I just feel like he would never allow something bad to happen to me. There was always just that solid protection and feeling of being divinely covered that I was never worried. So it's really hard for me to worry now. But I would have these dreams and just longing and desire to be home. And my grandmother's, like I think I've mentioned before, in a memory care facility. So these are the very important moments for me. Like, she's not always going to be here. My mom's not always going to be here. Those are the two main people in my life now that are here in Mississippi that I want to continue to connect with and, hold close. And so while I do still travel and things like that, I got to come home. I got to come home. I got to be able to come home. I can't worry about, oh, excuse me, do I need to ask off? Like, do I need to find somebody to cover a shift? Like, can I afford to do this, that, and the other? This is my family, and I just got to be here. So, um, Houston, with all that being said, Houston was wonderful. Houston was wonderful too. I didn't get out as much as I did in Dallas, but I did explore a little bit, and there's so much culture and diversity, but especially like Black culture in Houston, and like beautiful Black culture, like upper echelon luxury Black culture in Houston, which I loved seeing so much. So, would I have a residence in Houston as well? Yes, yes, I would. Yes, Houston was a good time as well. And like I said, I went to the Houston rodeo, but I didn't actually go into the rodeo, which was a sad crying shame. Y'all, Megan the Stallion, I believe, performed there. I lived right by NRG Stadium. I lived right by the stadium, which was a little bit ghetto sometimes, but also super convenient. Like I started an Airbnb and everything. Like, which I really wish would have flourished more. I might still have that apartment, but there were so many things going on, and that complex was kind of raggedy, so everything happens as it needs to. Not even gonna complain on that one. But we will still be looking for a spot in Houston and Dallas. I didn't really get to no, I didn't really. I didn't get to visit Austin or San Antonio or Galveston. There were still so many places that were on my bucket list. But like I said, I'll be back. I'm still a traveler. I still love to travel. I will camp out in my car. Like I will Airbnb somewhere, stay with a friend. Just by any means necessary. I actually am looking for another ride right now. I would love to have like a little van, to just be able to have a bed in, maybe a small kitchen, little toilet and things like that. Nothing too fancy, but that's what I'm working on right now. So circling into that, after leaving Houston, coming home, I really just realized that there was so many like opportunities and so much still culture, and I don't want to say potential because I feel like potential kind of just sounds like, you're just not quite good enough yet. Which I feel 50-50. Mississippi is still very much so on the come up, but there are so many things to do here. There are so many people here that want to uplift Mississippi and kind of like pull it out of the mud, that it's really known for being bogged down in. And so coming home, I've been able to explore myself and just kind of reflect, honestly, reflect on all that I've experienced in Texas, reflect on all of the experiences and feelings that brought me back home. So it's just really been amazing and a blessing in general. Um, I've dove deeper into Christy Love, which is myself, which is such a blessing. May Launch, which I really, both of these things really developed in Texas. And so another reason why I knew I just had to come home and focus and hone in on these things. Like I work for myself for the first part of the week, for real, like, um, to the best of my ability. And I have worked on developing a schedule and some type of structure just so that I continue can continue to flourish within that. And so then from Christy Love and Melange, I have even further developed our family brand, which is I call legacy right now. You know, we're still working on things officially on that end, but it's something that I hold near and dear to my heart, just creating a sanctuary for animals and for people to kind of come and live out their days, or, obtain some type of just peace and gratitude for where they are, and nurturing their creative process. So legacy, so these are my legacy, the sanctuary, whatever you want to call it. I have grown into these three things that I love so much, and that I have now like pretty much made like my life's mission. Honestly, it's developing and growing and nurturing and establishing these three entities as legendary entities, as things that will be here not like long after I'm gone, hopefully. So, and it's been so beautiful. And then just again, like I said, embracing home, embracing the dreams. Like, I knew I had to come home. Something was pulling me home, so I just had to listen to that, and I'm glad I listened to that. It's one of my favorite places to be, even after I've been in Dallas or whenever I travel to wherever I'm going. The most peaceful and gratifying thing is to be able to come home to a land and a space and a home that is not only my own, but like that was my grandparents, whose land that was my grandparents, who was my great grandparents. Like they worked really hard for everything, every brick, every blade of grass. They worked for that, I feel like. And I can never just discount that, or push that to the wayside. It means so much to me to be able to come back and commune with this space, within this space, experiencing myself in this space, continuously growing. So Christy Love may launch legacy. I have a website now, y'all. We XL, the letter X and L together.com. Like, please go check it out. I think I'm gonna have to put a link in the description somewhere. Please go check it out. It has my creative connection, my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, my path for my connection page. It has my critter care page, so my veterinary medicine services, my at home boarding services. I will come take care of your pets, y'all. And I've had the experience. I've had critical care experience. I've had experience with newborns, neonates, babies. I've had experience with geriatrics, cats, dogs, horses, things like that. Cattle, I might need a little bit of help with, but I'm always willing to learn, y'all. And like I said, I really love animals. I love people. I love life. That circles back to my love and passion for science and biology and math. Everything is so interconnected, and I am so appreciative. Whew. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So, website, merchandise, y'all got on my shorts now. I ordered like a couple of t-shirts, maybe like two or three t-shirts, some socks, a bucket hat, and these shorts that I have on, which I think I'm gonna probably post a couple of videos that I that I recorded trying those on for the first time. And I have a bathing suit that I'm gonna put on soon, and I'm gonna post a video about that. But please check out my merchandise, which can be found on the website that I just mentioned. www dot VXL letter X and L together.com. I will put the link in my description. Please check it out so you can see my merchandise, see my services, book me. We can free consultation for at home boarding, free talk for sit down creative connection or critter care. Um, Next, we're really just going to be continuing to focus on growing and being organized and being structured in our organization. I have, like I said, I was working on creating a schedule for myself. And then also, I have been just manifesting and strategizing on ways that I can, improve my outreach, which kind of involves collaboration, just nurturing the communities with Christy Love, May Launch, building legacy, the podcast, y'all. Oh my gosh, I keep saying I have a list of people that I plan to reach out to. And that list has not really changed much. It's grown, of course, but I still plan to reach out to these people via email. I feel like I may be too formal, but whatever. That's fine. If you see an email from your girl Christella, please open it and answer it. Even if you don't want to come on the podcast right now, we can catch up later or just catch up in general on a private note. I just like to check in with people and kind of see what's going on. I think that's I know that's why I started this whole thing, is to check in and allow people to update me, myself, and everyone else on kind of like what they have going on. So I'm going to be reaching out for the podcast, reaching out, expanding the community, reaching out for collaborations, because I am looking forward to really creating. I think I tweeted this the other day, but like creating and nurturing like genuine relationships, like I have in the past, but I didn't do it as well as I probably wish I would have. So I'm still learning. We all have to be patient with ourselves and each other, but it's really just time. I mean, I'm almost 30. Like, I am ready to dig deeper for sure. So, outreach, funding for Christy Love, sponsorships, funding for Melange, grants, funding for Legacy, grants. Like, if you have any information or any advice or anything on any of that, please hit your girl up. I try to keep my eye out, and there are a couple of really good resources that I have come stumbled upon over the past year or so. So I try to keep my eye out on those as well. But I really got to get into like doing my grants and stuff a lot more, because I feel like that will be a lifesaver in so many ways. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. And then just expression and reflection. So the Love Language podcast is not going anywhere, boo boo. Like I said, if anything, we're gonna be ramping up even more, because I have ideally a better Wi-Fi connection and things like that. So the blog Barf With Me at Blogspot. Please check into that. I'm actually going to read a little bit because I wrote a new entry and it's called Vanity. So I'm going to spend a couple of more minutes on this and then we are going to get on out of here. Um, of course, I love spending time with you guys. Our quality time, I miss it. And I can't wait to do it even more now that I have better Wi Fi so I can upload more videos, because it won't take forever in 5 days. Oh, God bless America, y'all. For real. Yeah, I'm so ready to just connect with everybody and continue to grow. Growth, 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 growth. That's the main objective. Growth, peace, gratitude, love, always. We can't avoid the love over here, y'all. So I did create a blog post on June 18th of this year. So last month, about a month ago at this point, and today's the 16th that I'm recording this. Today's the 16th. Let's see when I get this posted, y'all. I'm so excited for it. But anyways, my blog post, of course, is vanity. Vanity, vanity, vanity. I think it was only right to write about vanity as I am rounding out this little series of Love and Vanity. This 3-part series has been really fun. Like I said, if y'all have any questions or want me to clarify anything in any part of my life, please let me know. I've gone through childhood, like to middle school, high school, college, after college, being back home now, reconnecting in the most beautiful of ways, seeing my family more. Y'all let me know if y'all have any questions or on my emotions or the transitions or anything like that. Like I said, I try to keep it, where you kind of get a broad idea of the history and everything of kind of who I am and how I've developed in things and through things, but then also like just not giving you too much of the little details and that's boring. And but if you want to know, just let me know. Let me know because I told y'all I'm an open book. With that being said, we dive right in. So vanity starts off with our good friend Miriam, of course, with the definition. There are several definitions, but we'll pick right up kind of in the middle towards the end of the post. So, vanity, a dressing table or a modern bathroom countertop, a stable place to reflect and lean on, a place to put a few things down, even for a minute. Empty your pockets. Feel a little lighter just for a minute. Take a few deep breaths. It only takes 1 minute. Vanity. Having no desire to be weighted, I carry only my spirit as I'd rather experience emptiness and float. I am nothing, therefore I have everything. There's no inherent value in anything else. That to me is most powerful. There's nothing more precious than taking time to see and express who we are as unique individuals. Choosing to wake up each day is a beautiful miracle and the first achievement to take pride in. Feel that deeply. With respect, love excessively, and have unreasonably high optimism. We give ourselves permission to enjoy that which we are gifted freely and abundantly. Live unapologetically vibrant and embrace your vanity, admiring the brilliance that surrounds you and flows through you. Yeah.